viewers, welcome to today's lesson. This is Form 3 Mathematics under Income Tax, but specifically I want us to look at reverse taxation. But before we begin, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell below so that anytime we produce a video like this, you'll automatically be notified. This is reverse taxation, and usually under normal taxation we begin by looking at what we call taxable income. Then we move down to what we call gross tax, which is the tax from the table. Then lastly we finish with what we call the net tax, or simply what we call the income tax. This time around you are given the net tax. You are supposed to go backwards and get what we call taxable income. This question is done the same way we do the forward taxation, and this is what we are going to do in this section. 1. In the year 2015, the tax on Monda's monthly income was Kenya shillings 2830. You are supposed to calculate Monda's monthly income, what we can call taxable income. So, what we have been given is what we call net tax, and our net tax is Kenya shillings. Our net tax is Kenya shillings 2,830, and that one is per month. So once we have our net tax, we are supposed to move back and calculate our gross tax. And we know if we take our net tax plus relief, we are going to give or get what we call our gross tax. But remember, we do not have the relief, and therefore we assume our gross tax is going to be equal to 2830. So our gross tax is going to be equal to net tax. We add the relief. Since we are not given the relief, our gross tax is equal to the net tax, which is Kenya shillings 2830. From there, we start taxing in the normal way. That is, we are going to start with the first slab, just as we do in our forward taxation. Under this one here, we have under Kenya shillings 9681. The figure that is under 9681 is actually 9680. We are going to tax it at 10%, meaning 10 out of 100. And this one is going to give us Kenya shillings. That is 9680 times 10% is going to give us 968. Then we go to the second slab. As we tax, we shall be looking at this one here. This is the tax here. We shall comparing this tax with the 2830 so that we don't end up calculating the amount that is above the amount that was used to calculate this tax. So in our second slab, we know we are supposed to take 18801, we minus 9681, 18801 minus 9681. It is going to give us 9120. This is the amount of money that was taxed at the rate of 15%, that is 15 out of 100, and this one is going to give us that is 9120 times 15%, which is going to give us 1368. If we again go to the third slab, we are going to take this one minus this one. If we multiply by 20%, the figure that we are going to get here plus the two figures we have here is going to go beyond 28, and therefore we are going to calculate the remaining amount That is, we add the 2, then we less from 2830. So that is 1368. We add 968. We are going to get 2336. We are going to less from 2830. So we are going to get 494. 494, it is the amount of tax that is remaining, but we do not know the amount that was taxed. So we can calculate the remaining here. And the remaining is actually going to be equal to 2830 minus the sum of 968 plus 1368. And this one here is going to give us shillings 494. So this is the amount of tax that we expect in the third slab, but we do not know the amount of money that was taxed. So what we are going to do, we assume the amount of money that was taxed is X, and it was taxed at the rate of 20%. That is 20%, meaning 20 out of 100, and this one is going to be equal to the amount of tax, which is 494. So from here, we know 20 out of 100 is 0.2. 0.2 times x, you get 0.2x. And this one is going to be equal to this amount of tax, which is 494. For us to get the value of x, we divide by 0.2. We divide by 0.2. And this one goes. And our x is going to be equal to 494. You divide by 0.2. You are going to get Kenya shillings, that is 2,470. It means this is the amount of money that was taxed in the third slab to give us the total tax of 494. So to calculate our taxable income for Monda, we are going to take the amount we taxed in the first bracket, which is 9680. We add the amount we taxed in the second bracket, which is 9120. Then we add the amount we taxed in the third slab, which is the value of x, and this is 2470. And the total here is going to be equal to, we have 2470 plus 9120 plus 9680. And this one is going to give us Kenya shillings 21,270 per month. That is the monthly taxable income, or the total amount of money that Monda earned